My name is Margaret Wiley Carr, usually called Peggy, and my mother, Margaret Benedict Wiley, was president of the old Chicago Orphan Asylum, which is the oldest child welfare agency in the city of Chicago, or maybe even in the state of Illinois. And so I always, although I wasn't born at the orphan asylum, I always knew about it. And as a little girl, I visited the orphan asylum with my mother and knew some of the orphans. And when I was a little older, some of the children from the asylum would come to play with my sister and me. And I am the last president of the Board of Lady Managers of the Chicago Orphan Asylum. So a great leader, a great social service leader, Miss Ethel Very, first she knew that a great orphanage was not the way to care for children, and she had group homes for the children, and then eventually foster home care, which was new and innovative, which was what child care always, now child care, but once the orphanage, always stood for. The Chicago Orphan Asylum had a very fine adoption program, and it's always been innovative and taken on new ideas, and that's why I always kept on being interested in the Chicago Child Care Society. The Chicago Child Care Society did interracial adoptions, which was a very new idea of adoptions in those days and caused a great furor. But always, and then they had a program of placing chronically ill children whom they paid the expenses of their medical care for, but they would pay the medical care and costs for some family who would love to adopt a child but really didn't have the money to do it. And that was one of their innovative programs, to pay for the medical care of a child, so the child could be adopted by the foster parents. One of the newest aspects of Chicago Child Care is opening a child and family center in Englewood, one of the most neediest agencies. They bravely opened a child welfare center in Englewood, and this is what you can always expect from Chicago Child Care. We'll always be doing some wonderful new program for the city, and it'll be more than worth your while to contribute to child care, because it will always be at the very top of the mark for planning innovative programs for children. And so please give your very best efforts to donate to Chicago Child Care Society.